All right, now we're back again. What was it? The last time we was here was last Thursday, right? Yeah, we
Yeah,
skipped.
seems
We
like
skipped.
ages ago. Yeah.
Yeah, what were we doing? Was that with Ross and Sovereign? Was that the stream?
Oh yeah, yeah. With Ross and Sovereign. Who else?
Right?
That's it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I would have
and
hoped that Rocky, or
oh
Sovereign
yeah,
would have been
I
better.
saw that clip that you sent me with
Yeah,
Rocky. I'm not gonna
yeah.
repeat it,
That
but it was
legendary
something.
clip. That is a legendary clip. That's like a stampede on the channel. Yeah, one
Yeah,
of the
your
most legendaries.
reaction,
Yeah,
your reaction
dude,
was hilarious.
it's like it's in the Hall of Fame now of the best moments on the channel. It's that, and at the top is without any doubt the
Hey,
Walider donkey schlongs. Yeah, that
yeah,
one is
should we say
insane.
what the Rocky clip was?
Sure, do it at your own risk, but yeah, sure.
No, no,
Do
no,
you
no,
want to
no,
go?
no,
Say it.
no, no, no. It just sounds very bad. But it was talking about Sandra Bullock being a man, and then everybody was complimenting Sandra Bullock, even though he said she was a man. And Rocky said she looks like my daughter. And I don't know the order. It was weird. Anyways, it was weird. It's whoever finds that clip will find that clip. But yeah,
And the sick thing is, I found it very quickly, man. It was like the same day. I was
yeah.
like, yeah, here it is.
Hold on, should
I
we
don't know
play
how
it?
I did that.
Should we play it? How can we play it?
Yeah, why not? I don't know.
Let me see.
It's
Can you play
Will.
this Discord? Can you play Discord on this? Uh, okay, if I down oh hold on. If I download the clip from Discord, uh, it is so
You should you
weird.
should you
Huh?
should upload it like a short or something on the channel, and write Freaky Fridays or something,
It is
or
freaky.
Jeepers
It is.
Creepers or something. Yeah.
It is freaky. Hold on. Let me see if I can share it. If I share, what is it? This
That guy is very interesting. He is something. Yeah.
Rocky, right? Hold on. Here,
Yeah. Very
here,
interesting guy.
here. Uh,
Oh. Oh
do you
shit.
let me know if you hear this?
Dude.
Bullock. Bull.
Yeah.
You
A bull.
hear that?
Yes.
Uh, so Rocky down there. Uh,
Bullock.
Creepy bastard.
Bull.
A bull.
She's a bull.
Like a bull.
Bulls have balls.
Yeah.
Dude,
Bullock.
look at my face, man.
Uh, I hope
I
it's
can
just
I
a
can give you a
stretch.
video. I think I got one on her. I could
You
share a
you probably
video.
do. You
I got a
probably got
video on
that.
her or
All right.
or him, whatever.
All right, let's watch this and then we can go into
I
that.
don't give a shit if she's a tranny. She looks good right there, dude.
I know. Shit, I fuck her. I fuck him in a heartbeat.
Man, this is not
Yeah.
good. This is not good. Let's continue.
Right on, dude.
Let's continue.
That looks like my wife back in the day right there, dude.
Nice.
Looks like my daughter.
Oh,
Oh, dude, this is just becoming weird now. It's just
come on,
this,
Biden.
this shit. Got it. I'm not uploading this shit. I'm not uploading. I'm not uploading this video. Uh, fuck this video. But let's
Hey,
watch it.
yo.
hey,
He must be the craziest stream in the world. I think. Anyways, yeah. Yes.
I love your reaction.
The music instantly.
Yeah, see, that's me and this Pepsi girl back in the day.
Yeah. So.
Shit. Well,
Yeah, that was
that
quite
was
something, right?
that was yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's forget about that. I thought
I
we
don't know
should.
if I can do that, but yeah.
Bolak. His voice. Bolak.
Dude, I think he's
Bolak.
like a veteran or something. So they did some stuff into his mind in Iraq, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's been through a lot. Yeah.
Your sound is fucking up. Yeah. Now it's good. Yeah. Anyways, now it's good. Let's keep it close. I thought we should look into some Elon Musk on what his thoughts are on God, and let's go through that. And then somebody seeing some weird reptilian type of person in the grocery store, and and a
Okay.
rocket hitting the firmament. It's pretty clear that it does. But yeah, so let's start with Elon. What do you think about him? Do you think he believes in a god or what?
Do I think he believes in God?
Yeah.
I think he does.
Okay.
At
Let's
least I
see.
think. Okay.
Let's see what he says.
Go to the big questions once again. You said you're with Einstein, that you believe in the God of Spinoza.
Yes.
So that's a view that God is like the universe and reveals himself through the laws of physics, or as Einstein said, through the lawful harmony of the world.
Yeah, I would agree that that God of the simulator or whatever the supreme being or beings reveal themselves through.
Hey, did you see? He says supreme beings. So it means that he thinks there are more than one god.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think before that, did he say God of the simulator? Or did
Simulation.
I hear
Yeah.
that wrong?
Simulation. He believes it's a simulation. But listen. Okay, I'll take that after the clip.
Okay.
Physics. They're creators of this existence, and it's incumbent upon us to try to understand more about this wondrous creation.
Like, who created this thing? Who's running this thing? Like, embodying it into a singular question with a sexy word on top of it is like focusing the mind to understand. It does seem like there's again, it could be an illusion. It seemed like there's a purpose, that there's an underlying master plan of some kind. It seems like
There may not be a master plan in the sense. So there's like maybe an interesting answer to the question of determinism versus free will is that if we are in a simulation, the reason that these higher beings would hold a simulation is to see what happens.
Mhm.
So it's not they don't know what happens.
So here I completely disagree with this genius. You know why I disagree? He says, a simulation is like, when pilots they have like, it's like an arcade game of a airplane flying. That's a simulation of an airplane flying, but it's not real. So you're training pilots through the simulation arcade game so that they can kind of know what to do in what situation, whatever. It's a simulation of reality.
Yeah.
I would not call reality. I believe reality is a virtual reality, but I would not call it a simulation. He thinks reality is a simulation, meaning that this reality is simulating something else that is the reality. Okay? Just like the pilot is simulating the airplane in the video game, he thinks this reality is simulating something else. I completely disagree with that. I think it's a virtual reality, yes, but it's not a simulation. You know what I mean?
Okay, but do you think that that's possible? What he's saying?
Everything is possible, but I don't think it is that. Let's listen through.
it's not they don't know what happens. Otherwise they wouldn't hold the simulation.
Hold on. You see what he said there? If he's talking about God, he says God doesn't know. God has made this reality simulation, according to Elon, to figure out something about something else. Like, let me take that back again. Listen.
If we are in a simulation, the reason that these higher beings would hold a simulation is to see what happens.
Mhm.
So it's not they don't know what happens. Otherwise they wouldn't hold the simulation.
Mhm.
So when humans create a simulation, so SpaceX and Tesla, we create simulations all the time. Especially for the rocket, you have to run a lot of simulations to understand what's going to happen, because you can't really test the rocket until it goes to space, and you want it to work. So you have to simulate subsonic, transonic, supersonic, hypersonic, ascent, and then coming back, super high heating, and orbital dynamics. All this is going to be simulated. So because you don't get very many kicks at the can. But we run the simulations to see what happens. Not if we knew what happens, we wouldn't run the simulation.
Mhm.
So if there's whoever created this existence is they're running it because they don't know what's going to happen, not because they do.
Now,
Yeah, that doesn't work because you
yeah,
can. Yeah, you go back to what me and you talked about a lot actually on this topic, that you can't just put yourself in God's shoes and
yeah,
say, "Oh, I'm a human being, so I think this way. So maybe
yeah,
God, God, definitely God things like I do. Yeah, he does. So if I
yeah.
don't know what happens, he doesn't know what happens as well, which
Exactly.
is
That's what
ridiculous."
he's doing. He's like, we run simulations because we don't. Sometimes we want to figure out more about whatever it is we're simulating. You know.
Hmm.
So therefore, God is doing the same. No. I don't even believe this is a simulation. Who said it's a simulation? It's a virtual reality. It's not a simulation. A simulation is also run on a computer. That's the only thing virtual reality and simulation, in my book, would have in common. Other than that, it's two different things. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is a virtual reality created by the creator, not to try to figure something out about something else. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And he also believes there are more than. He also believes that there are more than one God, apparently. So, okay, let's look
Which is
at this.
weird.
Yeah, very weird. And do you know if he's religious? He's religious. I don't think he is religious.
No.
No, it's probably
If
Satan.
he was, he wouldn't be where he is right now. Pretty sure.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Astounding as they are controversial. Actor Rain asked the outspoken billionaire whether he had a spiritual life when he interviewed him. In his response, Musk ended up addressing the big question of whether God exists. Check it out.
Do you have a spiritual life?
Well, it sort of depends on what spiritual means. I mean, there's certainly things that we don't understand about the universe, but I'm less convinced that there's, say, some super consciousness watching over our every movement and kind of evaluating it against some criteria, or deciding whether we're going to go to one place or another when we die. I think that's unlikely.
Right.
Rain continued to interview Musk on what he worships. From Elon Musk's response, it was clear that he was an agnostic, but not an atheist, as most people would think. As an agnostic, Musk neither believes nor disbelieves in God, since the existence of God cannot be proved. The physics guru
Yes, it can. It can.
I despise agnostics more than I despise atheists.
Is
I'm
it
gonna be
because they
honest.
are in the middle or something? That they act like they're
I
in the
don't
middle.
like people who play the neutral game.
Yeah, that's in
Period.
the middle.
Yeah.
That's
If
being in
you,
the middle.
I don't like people who say, "I don't care," or "It's not what does that thing have to do with me? Or uh, if exists, I don't care. If it doesn't,
Doesn't
I don't care
matter.
either. It won't change my life, which it will. If you go deep in the rabbit hole, anything that actually happens, whether it's God related or it's life related, it's all because of you or your environment, and it will affect you some way or somehow. It's like those people, Vince, who say, "I don't care what people say about me. I don't care about other people's opinion." Yeah, you do. Everybody
Yeah,
does. If
yeah.
people keep
In
telling you
some
that
way,
you're a
right?
piece of shit every single day, you're gonna care, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why do
yeah.
you shave?
And
Why do you wear nice clothes? You care about other
yeah, right.
people.
Everybody cares. Why does everybody pretend? I think I know why everybody pretend that they don't care.
Tell me.
Because I think everybody knows that deep down inside that the secret to life is to not care. Do you know what I mean? Like the absolute, the best way to ever be is to be careless. But I'm not even sure it's possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not possible. Yeah.
But it would be the best way to live a life.
If you can have an emotion that is constantly I don't care,
Yeah,
and you can just switch it up, like
but it's not possible.
yeah, it's not
It's
possible.
not
It's like
possible.
someone says, I never get pissed off, man. Yeah, I'm very
Yeah,
calm.
right.
I never get pissed off.
Yeah.
Unless you're a sociopath, that's a mental thing, but
But
we're
even
talking about a
they,
human being.
even sociopaths care about
Yeah, yeah.
something,
If even someone is who is mentally ill, they do feel that
something.
emotion that they hide. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. They hide it better than others. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But even a murderer or something, he murders somebody and then he tries to pretend like hide that he did that, because he cares about not getting caught or something, like
yeah.
yeah. But
Or
but
you
yeah,
cover it with another emotion. You
yeah.
feel maybe
So
happy or proud, or you try to
yes.
explain it with
So everybody cares, but
yeah.
maybe you could say that some can handle stuff better than others or something,
Of
and
course, yeah.
and makes it
Some
looks
people
like
swim better than others. Some people, if
yeah,
you train your mind, yeah.
and that
Oh,
makes you look
Vince,
like
the
you
beautiful
yeah,
thing about yeah, it makes it look like. Go ahead.
makes you look like you don't care. The way you handle something makes you look like you don't care. Like if you like, since everybody cares, right? Some people they might be able to uh how do I say this? Not let it affect them as much as somebody else, and that makes it look like you care less than the other person that shows it more.
Dude, this is it's a very deep conversation because I just thought of examples in the world like celebrities.
Closer, yeah,
That's when like
yeah,
celebrities, for example, that's when caring too much is bad. You see what happens to their minds when people care way too much about them? It's either okay, this is too much for me, so
like when
drugs
there are
or
on a
stuff like rock stars.
when they're on the red carpet,
Oh yeah.
shit like
Dude,
that,
that's not
right?
good for your mental, man. That can't be good for you. All that,
No,
attention, it's
it's
not good
not.
for you. Also,
It's
it's
not.
worse for dudes. For sure.
Okay, how do you
For
mean?
sure.
Why?
Because because a girl would get attention on a regular basis, even if she's not famous, even from when she's little. A good family is a dad will go, Vince, this is a joke that my dad says. He says, when my mom told him, "What do you want for kids?" and what would you do if you had a boy? And he said, if my kid tells me, "Hey, Dad, I want a rainbow. I want a not a rainbow. I want a unicorn, like the horse with a yeah." He says, "I
Yeah,
want a unicorn." I'll slap the boy up and tell him, "Hey, this is the real world," and shit like that. And she says, "What if your daughter says that?" He says, I'll say, oh, what color?
Really? So
it's
the boy should not. Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no softness, no, way too much attention for him. Like figure things out your own. But with your daughter, you're like, okay, I'll do everything for you. Don't do nothing. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So
That makes
in a good
sense.
family or in a good environment, a girl would get the pretty good amount of attention.
Yeah.
And in
So
a
you
good
mean
society, I'm gonna be honest, the boy won't have as much as attention, and that will be good for him. So he can give the attention to that girl that has a lot of attention and he knows what to do, and it's a very beautiful cycle, you know.
so you think it's bad for men to get too much attention like that?
Yeah, I think is 1 in a billion in my mind that can handle that kind of attention. 1 in a billion, and that 1 in a billion has insane life experience.
But hold on. What do you think happens to a guy that gets that much attention? Like, what do you think happens to?
With zero experience, like with no suffering and all those, you know.
Becomes
stuff.
a spoiled, crazy guy.
Yeah, becomes. Here's the thing: the attention becomes the drug. What happens when the attention is no longer there?
Then you
You're
have to
gonna
do
go
something.
searching for a lot of drugs to get that
Yeah.
back.
Or you want to do something to get the attention back, and you probably do some crazy stuff, you know.
Basically, Instagram and social media and
How did we
TikTok,
end
man.
up here? How did we go from Elon to this?
Care. We're talking about
Ah, okay. He was in the
agnostic
middle.
people. They don't care. Yeah,
He was
neutral people.
agnostic. Yeah, he's in the middle.
People we don't like.
And then somehow we ended up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
Okay,
that's a good
okay.
one.
Okay, let's continue.
At
Who
least we
only
figured out
believes
what
in
the
facts
first
and
point was.
What is
At
it?
least we remembered. At least we remembered what the first point was, which is good.
Yeah, that's better than nothing.
science. Listen to Musk's response in matters of worship.
What do you worship?
Well, I don't really worship anything, but I do devote myself to the advancement of humanity using technology. And it does beg the question, if there is some superconsciousness, where did the superconsciousness come from? So I think the most likely explanation.
Dude, and this is a genius. I've figured this out, and he hasn't. He is a genius. He's like, if there is a God, where did the God come from? So yeah, therefore, I can't say either way. And he's a genius. Huh? Yeah, eat through.
It's a weird thing.
Isn't that funny?
Also, why is it that's always the argument? Like any scientist or anything, that's like textbook.
Yeah.
Is it like it's like an order or something? Like you have to say this just like this. Like if you put any
yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I think it's an easy way to get people who might have gone to believing into a creator to have them to maybe not believe in one, because you say, well, if there is a God, who created that God? See, it's just doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. So, maybe there isn't a God, like I think that is an easy way to get people to maybe stop believing there is a God when you say that thing that he just said. Like, let me take that back.
But I do devote myself to the advancement of humanity using technology. And it does beg the question, if there is some superconsciousness, where did the superconsciousness come from? So I think the most likely explanation.
No, so I think the answer is the intelligent being did not come from anywhere, because coming from something means that it has a beginning and an end to time. That is what coming from something means. Coming from something, it's a beginning and then also disappearing. Beginning and end. There is no beginning or an end to the supreme being. Therefore, the answer is the supreme being did not come from anywhere. Problem solved. The supreme being only created that for us in this virtual reality, where we get born, When we get born, it's like we press start on the video game. All right, start. You know, we chose the character. Start. All right, level 1. And then when we die, the game, somebody shut the game off.
Also,
That's what it
there's
is.
there's a big difference between create and give birth, because these atheists, when you tell them who created you, like if you ask him who created
My
you,
mom.
my mom created you. No, your mom gave birth to you. That's a huge difference between creation. I'll be like, yeah,
That's
but
true.
she technically created me. And
No,
you're
she
like,
did
oh,
not.
you were talking about being technical. You guys are supposed to be scientists, right?
Yeah, that was a good point you brought up there. When you get born, yeah, you come from your mom, sure, but it's not your mom doing whatever the fuck is happening in her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like when whatever happens in our body right now, it's not really us doing it. It's some kind of a automatic program or whatever it is going on right here. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. So the same way, right? I have no idea if I'm gonna die tomorrow. I have no idea. Maybe it's like, oh shit, the battle is lost. I have no idea if the battle is lost or not. But yeah. So the mother, she's just a vehicle. It's like you. How can I say this? She has the right ingredients inside of the vehicle. And when the other part, which is the dude, comes in and does his thing, that activates this vehicle to start producing this human. And then it goes by itself automatically. So it's not the mother
Biology.
that does that. Yeah, it's not the mother that does that. It is somebody that has programmed it to work like that.
Also, here's another point to think about.
the creator.
Your mother does not give birth to your soul. She gives birth to a body. Your soul comes from somewhere else. Your soul.
Isn't that weird?
Even if you tell your mother this, you're like, my soul. She's like, I have. Any mother would say this. It's like yeah, I took care of you. I gave birth to you. I took care of you. You're a man today, or something like that. All that stuff. But the soul has nothing to do with this whole discussion. It's like the soul is, it's in its own place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? I have an idea of how it possibly works. Look at me trying to figure out. But I think the programmer of this reality created, the program that the mother, produces the kid, and once the kid is fully produced, after a while, once everything is in order in this kid, that there is something opening up, like a frequency thing that automatically brings a soul into the being. Like everything is ready for this soul to be there now. Or do you think the soul comes as soon as the baby is born? You know what I mean?
The soul. Oh, that's interesting.
That's hard. It's hard to figure out. Because is it connected? Like, do you have to get your brain functions to be in a certain place before your soul can maneuver the machine? Or is the soul there from the beginning, and then once the brain functions function, the soul start to and the buttons, and who knows? That's a hard one. But I have a hard time believing the mother has some kind of a, like a closet full of souls that she can open and launch into the kid, and close the closet until the next kid. I don't know. So the soul must be activated from somewhere at some point. Once the kid is developed to a certain degree, so that the soul can now, be activated. But anyways, this guy is supposed to be a genius. He can't even figure out that God doesn't live under a beginning or an end, which means God was not created. This is a genius. Funny.
Is that complexity evolved from simplicity. And it does beg the question, if there is some superconsciousness, where did the superconsciousness come from? So I think the most likely explanation is that complexity evolved from simplicity, that the simple elements over time.
There it is. There it is. He says that because he wants you to believe that complexity evolved from simplicity. You know what that means? That means Big Bang. That's why he says that. He wants you to believe that all this extremely intelligent creation that we are living in just happened over a gazillion million years. From simplicity, it became more and more complex. You're muted if you're talking.
Yeah, I know what I mean. Yeah. Something just struck in my mind. Complexity evolves from simplicity. Okay, so by Elon standards, that means if you live a fairly simple life, if you do simple things, if you have simple thoughts with simple environment around you,
eventually we'll create something complex.
Yeah. What the fuck? How does that work? When have you ever heard? It's like saying, "Oh yeah, if Mike Tyson was brought up in a loving home by two parents, he would still become the greatest boxer ever." That's
It doesn't make sense.
Man. Complexity evolves from complex situations. It's not. I know what he's trying to say, but if he said that, okay, this is what I think applies to God, but he can't because he did the comparison of human beings earlier with the simulation stuff.
Yeah.
So we know he's not like separating God from the rest of us.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think, okay, in a way I could say, the golden ratio starts with 1 + 1 = 2. The Fibonacci golden ratio thing. Then 2 takes the other one, previous one becomes 3. 3 takes the previous 2, becomes 5. 5 takes the previous 3, becomes 8. Blah 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 blah. Right? In that sense, I can understand that something simple can create something complex. Meaning 1 + 1 becomes 2. The whole order of that Fibonacci golden ratio thing eventually will become a number you like, huh? The number at the end of the golden ratio is like 15,367,000.
Yeah.
You know what? So in that sense, yeah. But I don't believe this reality became was created that way.
Vince, the French have a saying. Those motherfuckers. They say la simplicité fait la beauté. That means simplicity makes beauty. Now, I tend to agree with that statement because that refers to not achievements or what you're going to become, what a thing is going to become, either a person or, as Elon saying here, the universe. But simplicity makes beauty. I apply to, for example, women. The more simple she is, I found it very beautiful. It's like,
regarding women, let me say this quickly. I don't know about
let's do
you,
it.
but I get a little bit turned off when they look too good or too plasticky, piffed up.
Yeah.
All these things. Yeah, that must just be me. But
no, that's not just you. Hey, you what? Come on, hold on. Give me time to respond, man. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. No
I'm giving you
makeup,
time.
no nothing. I love it.
Well,
Yeah.
you could have something, but when you're so overly piffed up, it's just so plastic, you know.
It's an
I'm not saying,
insecurity also. I feel like
yeah,
if a girl that uses way too much makeup, I feel like I start
yeah, don't,
analyzing. I'll be like, oh, you're too insecure. So what is this gonna do to me in the future?
yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah.
bad.
I don't know. There's just something with looking more real. Is there's something that has more substance in it,
Truth.
you know?
We
Yes,
like the truth, man.
yeah,
We
and
love
maybe if you,
hearing the truth. We love seeing
maybe
the truth.
yeah, maybe if you don't though, you like these plastic women. The more plastic, the better. You know, but
You love delusion. You love lying to yourself. You do it on a regular basis.
yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
Which is
Yeah,
sad, but it's out there.
yeah. Going back to the simplicity thing, I agree. I agree. Uh, Look at me. I like things simple, but
Me too.
yeah. But I do also, if I'm gonna compare to music, like
That's
sometimes
why I
if
said some things.
yeah, sometimes if it is a complex but a really good song, I'm like, yeah. But sometimes if it's a simple
Yeah.
song but that does it right, I'm like, yeah, too. It's like, yeah, it's hard. But anyways, let's continue.
Except for chords.
Simple
Yeah, I don't like the four chords. It's too simple.
elements over time combined to become more complex and arrive at what we are.
The tech genius made it clear in the interview that science and religion cannot coexist.
Mhm.
The former economics student from University of Pennsylvania was probably borrowing from Karl Marx, a German economist who said that religion is the opium of the masses. The deeply religious Rain was shocked to learn that Musk doesn't pray. Have a look.
Can science and religion coexist?
Probably not.
Do you pray?
I don't. I didn't even pray when I almost died of malaria.
Wow, that's really not praying.
Right.
You put your money where your bug spray was.
Yeah.
You're blowing my mind. You deal with so much stuff. I mean, you deal with space travel and energy and the source of consciousness, and you're thinking about all of these giant life's big questions. What blows your mind? What gives you awe?
Well, I think that, the nature of the universe gives me awe, and just the huge expanse.
You see
of
that
the
thing?
nature of
Have
the
you
universe.
ever seen this? I've never seen this.
Listen, I have slept in the desert
Yeah,
when basically no light in the sky,
and you
and
live
it
in
was
the
so
desert,
beautiful.
right? You live in the desert, basically.
Well, hold on. No. I'm not in fucking Kuwait, mate. I don't live in the Sahara Desert, man.
I just
No
want to
Bahrain here, man.
over exaggerate, but you basically live in a
Yeah.
country where there is desert, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Way to ruin the moment, man.
Yeah, you slept in the desert.
And I've seen stars, but not as that prolific like you see in the fucking picture, like it's a fucking movie or something.
Yeah,
Which
it looks
is
like a
it is
painting.
a movie.
It looks like a
Yeah.
painting.
CGI is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wondered when I was young. When I saw this, I was like, where? Where, man? I want to see this too. It looks fantastic.
Dude, anybody would love to see that. That would be like
Right?
a fucking. You'd feel like you're doing psychedelics.
Right? I would stop watching TV or anything. I would just watch that, constantly and give me something to smoke, and then or eat. But right? So what is this?
Yeah.
Do we have an
I mean,
explanation?
he said that he's fascinated by the nature of the universe. He doesn't know what the nature of the universe is. Even they, they always say, oh, it's so complex, the universe. But it's so
Yeah.
amazing, but it's so complex, But
Yeah.
also, Vince, simplicity makes complex. Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. They're messing with us. But it's like anyways. Let's continue.
Hey,
showing.
Vince, do you think that Elon Musk and those people would ever find themselves in an interview or a interaction where the other person will call them out on a
No,
situation that would make them look
no,
very dumb. Yeah,
no. I don't
that's
think so. You
sad.
know why?
That's very
You know
sad,
why?
actually.
You know why? I don't
Why?
even think when he was on Rogan that was, like, listen,
A possibility? Yeah.
yeah, not even Rogan can be neutral because I've even heard that Elon and Tesla has sponsored Joe Rogan podcast. I've heard about that. I don't know, behind the scenes. I don't know if it's true, but they become friends and stuff like that, and now they're buddies. And so when somebody asks him about Elon, like, do you think Elon is with them? No, like he can't be honest about it. Maybe even if you thought maybe he is with them, he can't really go out and say that because it will create problems. It might stir shit up. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Elon's ever gonna be on a podcast. Let's say Elon. Listen, if Elon was on this podcast right now, okay, we would have called him out on all these weird things. You know what I mean? Neuralink, God, these things, and he will never do a thing like that. It will only go
I think you
to.
guys would agree with the virtual reality thing. I think you guys would have a very good conversation over that.
Yeah, but not simulation. As I said, simulation is trying
Yeah.
to pretend it is something it's not. I
I
think this
mean, it
is
kind
what
of
it
makes
is.
sense for him to say that
How so?
for his standpoint, because if he says virtual reality, then if he goes deeper, then he'll start to become believing in God, and that wouldn't be good for his simulation thing. Because in this simulation that he's thinking of, God has no power, basically. So God is
Yeah,
not God in his simulation. God is a
yeah,
program an alien who programs things, not even a god.
yeah. The
Because
funny thing he
yeah,
said that God created the simulation to try to figure something else out, as if God ever needs to figure anything out. Like if there is
that's very
things
true.
that God, if there are things that God doesn't know about, then guess what? That's not God. Because if there is something other than God, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The supreme being is everything. There is nothing the supreme being doesn't know. If there are, then that's not the supreme being. It's
I
just.
agree. Also, I know I make fun of modesty a lot. Maybe not in the channel, but in my day-to-day life, I do make fun of modest or overly modest people because the Chinese ruined modesty for me. But anyway, um, I mean, yeah,
How so?
because
Okay, go.
well, too much modesty, you'll go to a point where you'll basically become a QR code with a drone, like reading your QR code and seeing if you're jabbed or not.
Okay, I
And
see
guess
what
what
you're
happens if you're not jabbed? The thing will
saying.
start spinning and you're gonna get arrested. That's what's happening in the.
You're right. You're right. That is
So
what too
that's
much
that's what
modesty.
modesty can do. Yeah, but modesty is an important thing because these people who have a god complex or something, like they
Need to
cannot
be humbled.
fathom that there is a supreme being that knows everything, knows more gazillion times more than they do, and they cannot fathom it.
So
It's
do
like
you
it
think
becomes like a god complex.
so do you think it's like their ego is so big that they secretly don't even want to believe there is something that is over them, because that would be a bad thing to their ego to know that there is something even over you, Lord Elon. Like he wants to believe, or that he wants it to be possible that he can reach the highest point. But if there is a God, you can never reach the highest point. Do you know what I mean?
I
Like,
I have a comparison to make for you.
yeah,
It's a funny one. Um, the sheeple with the convid is
sniffles.
the elite
Yeah.
with God. I'll tell you why. You see it
Mm.
with your eyes, but you say, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. The sky is not blue. It's green. I don't believe it. It's
So you're
no
saying
matter
the
how
sheeple
true.
are with the Sniffles 19, and those with God are the elite? Is that what you said?
No, 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 no.
No.
Okay. What COVID presents? Okay, the situation is, what is this COVID? It's a disease that I mean, and it
Take it
kills
easy.
you
Yeah.
apparently, and yeah,
Take
all
it
that
easy,
stuff,
man.
and
Yeah. Sniffles 19.
yeah,
Yeah.
sniffles 19, and it's not the common cold and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But at some point, these people would start seeing, man, this point I wanna
Yeah.
go. I feel
You
like
know,
a
it's funny.
retard. Hold on.
It's funny. The thing is, thoughts. We don't even know what it is, but maybe it's like images or whatever. You need to
Dude.
translate. You need to translate your thoughts into words. It's not an easy thing
In a third language, by the way,
in a third
which is
language.
frying my brain.
Exactly.
So yeah, my point. The sniffles. You know when people see something that is real, but they don't want to believe it. They refuse to believe it, like they did in those 2 years. They
Hypnotized,
saw something
blind. Yeah.
blind, and they saw something, and then in the back of their minds, it's like this can't be the real thing because, like, I refuse to believe that this is what it actually is because
The
I've been
sniffle.
through that all that stuff. Yeah. You know, Vince, people believe that it's bullshit, but they don't want to believe it. You know what I mean? Like they know, but they do not
They
want to
don't want
believe.
to. Yeah.
Imagine being that. Imagine knowing something the way it is, truly, but
But
not
you don't
wanting to
want to.
believe it for some ego stuff. Like you don't want to be like, oh, I've effed up, or I'm stupid, or I was an idiot, or I was a sheep.
You don't want to admit
That's what
you were
happens.
wrong. Yeah.
But God gives a lot of signs to these elites, like with diseases and with stuff like that, and they refuse to believe, just like the sheep
That,
refuse to believe. With
that
yeah,
sniffles
that's
is a cold.
so. That was
Yeah.
my horrible
I see what
rant.
you're
Yeah.
saying. It's
Fuck.
okay. It's okay. It worked. I got it. Yeah. In the way that
You
the
know what
sheep.
you made me feel now?
What?
Made me feel like you were talking to a retard in an insane asylum, and you're like, "It's okay. It's a good boy. It's okay. That's a good boy. Good. Yes. That's a green. Yes. Good job. You can count to
Yeah.
5. Good job. Good job."
I
Fuck,
can
dude.
see that.
The
Yeah, I
fuck,
agree.
man.
I agree. That came up a little
You
bit wrong.
agree? Oh shit. Nice. I don't cook with it. Great. My brain is actually fried now. Yeah, I can do one of these, bro.
No, but I have done bad compare. I'm not bad, but I've tried to
You
compare
haven't
stuff.
done retarded comparisons yet.
Well, it's not retarded. I get what you're saying. Sometimes it doesn't come out the right way how you want it to come out. Like, is that how you wanted it to come out? No, right? You wanted it to come out more smoothly, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was worth a try. And I still understood you after a couple of explanations.
Yeah.
I,
Autism. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. Like in the same way, the elites, they're getting signs and they know deep down inside that there is a creator, but yet they don't want to believe that there is a creator. Just like this sheeple know deep down inside that Sniffles 19 was nothing. It was nothing, you motherfucker. It was nothing. Get into your head, man. Screw your freedom. Like Arnold said. I get pissed when I see Sniffles 19 mouth diapers. I get so pissed when I see that. Pisses me off. How can you be? Oh, I even got a video on that. I'm gonna play you. It's funny.
Okay.
But yeah, let's finish this one off with Elon and God.
I guess we go on, and just the huge expanse of the universe. And, how far away things are and how big they are.
Expanded.
And the fact that there are things like supermassive black
Hold on,
holes.
hold on,
that
hold
are-
on. How is the universe expanding? What is feeding it? What is this expansion? Anybody thought about that? Ever thought about what is expanding shit? It's just expanding. Though they say the sun will stop shining soon. Like it will turn off. I mean, I don't know soon, but eventually.
Fuel would run out, something
Yeah,
like
it will
that.
be dim, and then
Isn't that like 13 billion years from now?
yeah,
Like they counted it.
yeah,
Each year
you
at
know.
a time, man.
Yeah, they had 15 people count. Like, what do you think it is? I think it's for 12 billion. How about you, Steve Urkel, over there? Oh, I say 14.4. It's like, who you gonna go with? Bro science here.
equal to a
I have to
billion
do bro science.
suns.
What about dark matter? Doesn't that freak you out too?
Yeah, and dark matter is also. I mean, dark matter, dark energy are kind of interesting. Because I'm not sure what those.
Now, this is a thing I don't even know if I believe in either. Like, there is matter that is not matter. Okay. Yeah. We have detected that there is matter that we don't know how to detect it. But, yeah, it's there. It's just we never see it. We don't know how
It
to
doesn't
detect
matter.
it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's dark matter anyways. Dark matter. Too much bullshit with this whole space.
What about
stuff.
white matter?
Oh,
Isn't that
that's the
white
regular. Hey, they're racist. They're assuming matter is, white. They don't say white matter, but they're just saying, everything else is dark matter. Anyways, let's go.
Actually are. Obviously people don't know what those actually are, and particularly dark energy. In fact, that may be an argument for this being a simulation, because in a simulation, you could just make things be however you want. The laws don't all have to be consistent.
Don't be deceived into believing that Musk is ignorant about religion. As a child, the boy Elon Musk attended an Anglican Sunday school and learned at a Jewish preschool. He probably knows more about the Bible and Christianity than most folks, as seen in the following interview. Follow through.
How many people have actually read the Bible?
Fewer than probably say they have, but
Oh yeah, I mean,
do you have
at one point, when I was a kid, I had this existential crisis, and I was trying to figure out what's the meaning of life, and I was like, oh, it all means nothing. It's all, and I read like a whole bunch of religious books, including the Bible, and I'm like, there's a bunch of things in there they didn't teach you in Sunday school. Sodom and Gomorrah, dark. Yikes. God sure changes his mind from the Old Testament to the New Testament. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty vengeful in the Old Testament. Maybe we can have a chapter past Revelations. But is there a happy ending here? Revelations Part 2, the happy ending?
In the same interview, Musk was challenged as to whether he would accept Jesus as his personal savior. After evading the question for some time, Musk responded by saying that he would not mind being saved if Jesus has the powers to save. It would be quite a spectacle seeing Musk being baptized.
Let me ask you again. Saved. Okay. Save implies that you are in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So are we in trouble? Did we come to hell and we need to be saved? What is this? You know what I
If
mean?
you're someone who is Christian, yeah, that would apply to you. Being saved. That term, yeah.
It's only Christians who says that
Yeah.
they need to be saved.
Yeah.
I
Accept
don't know.
Jesus into your life and be saved and those
I have
terms.
a big problem with that because save also means that
too.
you're a victim. You're a victim that needs to be saved, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can
So-
dissect the language, and it's like, I'm saving you from hell, potentially hell. So I'll save you before you go there. But I would say is the term save is very weak to me. I don't know. It's in Islam it's like you repent. That's the weakness. But who do you repent to? You repent to God. And we don't do it the same Christians do it. In Islam, the repent, like if you say, okay, I'm not going to drink or do anything bad or sinful anymore.
Yeah.
But if you do it regardless, that's you didn't repent at all. It's not like the Christians who respectfully they go to the church and they meet with a priest behind the door and they say, "Forgive me, Father, because I have sinned." And the father says, "Oh, say uh, Hail Mary or something 10 times and you are forgiven." And yeah, you have a clean slate now. You can go and do other things. If you say that to someone like a Muslim scholar, he'd burst out laughing. Like, do you go for other equal human beings for your problems?
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody can save you, man. It's
And you know the repent thing. If you truly repent something, doesn't God already know that you are repenting it inside of you? Do you know what I mean?
that's beautiful. Exactly.
I don't need to go see anybody.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
I have a direct connection to God
You can lie
instantly.
to a priest, you can lie to God.
I don't like telling priests stuff. Why would I tell that guy stuff? I don't know what he will do with it. No, son, it is safe with me. I don't want to tell you nothing. What the fuck are you? I don't even know what you're doing after this. I don't know what you're gonna do after this, if you know what I mean. I have no idea where you're going. You know what I mean.
How many kids you have touched?
Yeah, I have no idea. Father, I have sinned. Oh, my son, let me see. What is it? Fuck you. Fuck off. Fuck everything. God knows, and that's the only thing that matters. Anybody that pretends to know what God would do and not is full of shit. Anyway,
Where are these discussions with Christian people like Nico or something?
hey,
Need to
let's
have
do
this.
that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's, with
I would
Nico.
keep this in mind. This one, yeah, the
Yeah,
priest one
keep
and saves it, saving and all that.
saving and repenting from inside.
Yeah.
Save it like double store. You know? Okay, let's continue.
We're wondering if you could do us a quick solid and accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
That's also cringe. This is cringe. What they're trying to do. Did you hear it? Like, listen, I don't want to be pushy and I don't want to force you, but I'm just wondering, can you accept Jesus now? You know, right now, for us. You know, just no biggie. Can you just do it for us? It's a little bit cringe, right? It's a little
Very
bit.
cringe. Very
Let's
cringe.
take that back.
Saved if Jesus has the powers to save.
You know,
It would be quite a spectacle seeing Musk being baptized.
We're wondering if you could do us a quick solid and accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
hold on. I just noticed another thing with how he asked that. We're wondering if you can do us a quick solid. Is he doing you a favor?
Yeah. Apparently.
Is he doing you a favor? What is this? Either he is genuinely for God in this, and he does it for the reason of genuinely believing in God. He's not doing you guys any favor. Can you do us a solid? Just, you know, we can take it back later, but just for now. This is ridiculous, man. It's all ridiculous. I'm sorry, God, but you know what's up.
The powers to save. It would be quite a spectacle seeing Musk being baptized.
We're wondering if you could do us a quick solid and accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
Sure.
Personal Lord and Savior. It's a quick prayer.
Hold on. Did he try to like bargain with him? Like, you can just have a personal Lord. You don't have to. What was that? Let me take that back again. What personal Lord?
Personal Lord and Savior. It's a quick prayer.
Did you see that? He's like, he's not gonna He's not gonna do the Jesus thing. So, okay, but
Yeah.
what about a personal Lord? Like, what? What are you doing? What are you
It looks
doing?
super weird, man. It looks
Yeah.
super weird.
And you know what? I will tell you this too. If you're truly a Christian or whatever you are here, and you see that this man, he doesn't want to align with what you think is God's religion, why are you trying so hard? Do you know what I mean? Like, what that guy might be Satan himself. What are you doing? Let him, especially when he's trying to put a brain chip in your head. You know what I mean? What are you trying to recruit the guy that wants humans to stop existing and become a machine? What are you trying to recruit that into God's religion? It's just a mess, man. It's just a mess.
Wild.
Yeah, it's a mess, man. Look at this. It's embarrassing.
And Savior. Personal Lord and Savior. It's a quick prayer.
But hey, if Jesus is saving people, I mean, I wouldn't stand in his way. Like, I'll be sure, I'll be faithful now.
Sweet, you did it.
In the interview, Musk revealed that he accepted some of Jesus' teachings on love and forgiveness. However, the genius was quick to criticize how Jesus chose wine over water in a wedding. The interviewers were amazed at Elon's criticism on various biblical accounts. Have a look.
I mean, let's just say, like, I agree with the principles that Jesus advocated. There's great wisdom in the teachings of Jesus, and I agree with those teachings. And things like turn the other cheek are very important, because as opposed to an eye for an eye leaves everyone blind. So
No. It depends. It depends. An eye for an
Let's
eye
hear it.
can. Huh?
Let's hear it. I want to hear your perspective on it.
Yeah, an
I
eye
have
for
my
an eye.
perspective.
Yeah, I want to hear yours. An eye for an eye can actually end the atrocity. You know what I mean? Like, if it's the right eye for an eye, somebody just fucks you up with no reason, you have to make sure that doesn't continue in one way or another. Otherwise, that twisted motherfucker will keep doing what he did to you on to the next. And if you allow that motherfucker to keep doing that, you're also part of the problem, because you're now allowing the bullshit to continue, because there is a freak monster that goes out and does these things, and you're like, Jesus told me, Jesus told me it's just very easy to not do anything, right? Jesus told me. Jesus. Yeah, it's also very convenient to do that, right? Very convenient, because
Very
it might,
easy too.
yeah, easy. It doesn't take that much to just say, okay, right? But to actually risk shit and try to fuck him up, that takes something. Yeah, what is your thoughts?
Oh, I believe in an eye for an eye, man. Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. Oh,
You become a
listen,
pussy
man.
if you don't.
Even with the religious stuff, Islam also. I wouldn't say an eye for an eye, but it believes in. Okay, if you kill, you get killed. If you kill and those close to that person that you killed decide not to kill you, they have to make you do something.
Some sort of punishment.
But yeah, and the punishment is not always a form of jail. If we're gonna talk biblically now, not just by the law, but what they used to do back in the day is like, okay, you killed someone close to me, you have to take care of that family for the rest of your life.
Yeah, some
people you don't even know, maybe people you hate.
Yeah, some consequence. Yeah.
Yes.
But according to this, though, he kills somebody in your family and you forgive him. I forgive you, my son.
That's a recipe for
I forgive you, my
Repetition.
son. It was actually a great thing you did because I believe it's God's will that my son got killed by you. And some bullshit like that.
That's
Is
wild.
everything that happens is God's will, and you're just part of the plan. So come inside. I'll give you some.
I don't believe no
I'll give you
Christian
some.
would ever say
I'll,
that.
I'll give you some supper. Come here, my son. Yeah. Some bullshit like that. Yeah, probably not. But you know what I mean.
Nowadays, no.
No.
Nowadays, a Christian in America, oh, he has a shotgun, man. It's over.
Yeah. So, but this whole, turn the cheek. What is that, anyways? What is that? Forgive him. Forgive him. He doesn't know what he does. Well, somebody needs to show him so he knows what he did.
Yeah.
How the hell is he gonna ever know what he did? Somebody have to tell him, in a way, just like when you're a kid, you need to, to not put your fingers in the socket. Your dad need to slap you. It's like, hey, so you cry, so you understand. Oh shit, I don't want to cry anymore, so I don't want to go near a socket. I don't want to go near that socket anymore because that, I might cry for some reason.
Cause and result, man. Life is
Yeah.
binary.
Yeah. So I don't agree with turn the other cheek. And then the other thing I don't agree with is leave it to God. You can't do anything against evil. God will take care of it. All the lazy people, they're like, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I'll just chill, watch some bullshit on TV. I go and sing some songs in Sunday.
God will take care of it.
Yeah, I'm covered. I just need to go to church on Sunday, wait for the rapture to come, and it's good. I will just transport. It's a very lazy
Religion.
idea.
I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is lazy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Listen, I'm not attached to any religion, and I agree. There is a lazy thing. I just need to go and sing some songs, and I am now good stats.
Listen, man. Yeah. Listen, man. Islam has its a lot of. You can criticize it, and you could probably be right in a lot of stuff, but it's never been lazy and it's never been forgiving.
Yeah,
It's very the
feels like
accountability is a big thing, Vince. It's a big thing. Like you get raised with it. Like
well, you
everything
listen.
is
I
your
could
thing.
just say,
Everything.
I could just say that the whole fasting thing alone,
Oh
even
yeah.
though that
That's
thing is
in like a
that's
month
not a
from no,
lazy.
not even there. Like 20 days from now. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, right? I don't know.
11th of March.
That thing alone is not lazy at all. That takes mind power and shit, to do that.
But best month of the year, man. That's the only month I look up to, actually.
Really? Is it not painful to not eat and stuff?
No, no. It's crazy that you get used to it, and it's really your mind is very clear at that month. You're like, it's very clear, and I can't explain it. It's like all that toxicity that
Goes out of your body.
people have in that month. You take a break, like, and I have to think about all of this stuff because your stomach is empty, and you're like, okay, let me finish my day, finish my work, focus. You're so focused because at the end of the day, you're gonna get to eat, relax more, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, your body's so focused on getting things done, so it doesn't want to think because that takes energy. You're gonna get more hungry, and you're like, okay, yeah, let me chill, not think too much, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Also,
yeah. So that alone.
This is the cliche. Sorry, just one moment. This is the cliche part that people hate, which I love, by the way. You get to feel what people feel.
You get to feel what people feel.
What
do you mean?
less fortunate people feel on a regular basis.
Ah, okay.
So if someone is hungry, you go, oh shit, so this is what it feels like.
Well, you know what?
So
I used to
I haven't
think.
eaten for 16 hours. Oh, so this is how it feels. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I used to think, what a stupid thing. Like, what are you trying to do? pretend that you're poor when you're not. I used to think that. But now when you mention it this way, there is a good thing in that, because how do we have sympathy towards something? It's when we know how it feels, right? When we know how something feels, therefore we can connect with that and have sympathy for it. We know how that feels to us.
You're not fake, you're genuine.
Yeah. So now that you say that, like when you don't eat on Ramadan, you actually do get to feel how it is to be hungry. Therefore, when you then see somebody that is really poor, you actually will be able to have sympathy, because you do know, shit, I knew exactly how that feels, and if that person do not have food, that's pretty fucked up,
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's see what he's saying more.
This, is important, and treating people as you would wish to be treated.
On that, I
Love
agree.
thy neighbor as thyself.
I agree with that.
Very important. And like Jesus
Oh,
was
hold
obviously very
on.
well.
He just contradicted himself. Did you see that? You know why he contradicted himself? He just said, I believe, turn the other cheek is nice, and then and I believe in treating how you want to be treated, right? Okay. But did he treat you like you wanted to be treated? No. He smashed your face. He smashed your face in, So what are you going to do about it? Turn the other cheek? No, you're not. You believe that he should get smashed back, because that's not how you deserve to be treated. Anyways.
Very important. And like Jesus was obviously very pro alcohol, because one of his miracles was turning water into wine. Yeah. And that was but they were having a party. They ran out of wine.
But that's another thing that I find weird, if that is true. Like, turn water to wine.
Oh, shit.
What?
It isn't.
What do you mean?
Based on Quran, but yeah. Turning water into wine and all that stuff.
It's not true, or what?
So the wine stuff is, I find, extremely disrespectful. So, I mean,
okay.
It's very contradictory, and it's very dangerous to say that someone who, or a book that vouches for not being sinful and not being,
to have wine, alcohol in it,
to have their, quote unquote, Vince, to have their God turn water into wine for people, because somehow water is not important, so we'll turn it into wine, because wine is more important in this story.
Yeah, is wine better than water? Interesting.
Apparently, yeah, the Christians.
Why didn't? Okay, man, ridiculous. Why couldn't he make water into weed? I would have loved that better.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, over alcohol is way better.
It is
way better, but it's not even close. So if weed is a sin, but wine is not, that's just weird. But yeah,
I mean, okay, let's put it this way: weed is not mentioned in any book as being a very big sin. Like I believe that wine is much more, alcohol in general is much more dangerous than weed or cigarettes, nicotine, or anything like that. But in general, anything that harms your body, it's not good. And weed on a regular basis, if you smoke it every single day, I don't think that's good for you.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But that we can say that with everything. Even water. If you drink too much water, you can die. You know that, right? Even water, too much of it. Have you never heard that?
I mean, yeah, I know what you mean, but if you gulp it over and over again.
Yeah, there was, I think it was here in Sweden, I believe, 10, 15 years ago. There was, this is really stupid, but there was this kind of yes. Have you heard about
drink
this?
more water.
Yeah, there was
No.
they would win a Nintendo GameCube or some video console game,
Wow.
and they drank like how many liters? I don't know, like 6, 7 liters,
Wow.
8 liters. Died,
Oh my
died, died, man. Anyways, it's crazy. But yeah,
Dude, that's
uh,
dangerous, man. At least try it
well,
with milk, because you can throw it. You can throw up.
throw
You
up,
can't throw up with
right?
water. You
You
can't throw
can't,
up with
right?
water. Yeah.
It really doesn't have any taste.
What makes it dangerous?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, let's keep this banner going.
Good stuff.
Who can solve this problem?
We're out of White Claws.
Friggin' store's closed. And Jesus like, I got you. Okay. Water, now wine. I like, party on. You know? So,
Accurate.
pro partying with alcohol is literally one of our.
It is interesting how the SpaceX CEO understands rocket science but does not understand the origin of life. The genius explained to Dr. Crystal Dilworth of the efforts that he has made to help understand the existential crisis during the late night chat at Canadian
Hold on. How do I know this guy is a genius? You know, they mentioned this genius. He's a smart guy, but genius. I've never seen him do these things. How do I know it's not other people doing it? It's like, a music artist that doesn't do any of the music or the singing or anything. He's just the front figure of the songs. Is he really a genius if he didn't do the things? How do I know that's not the case? How do I know that's not the case with this guy? I've never seen him do anything.
That's a good point.
Right?
That's a
Have you
good
seen?
point. And the things that he allegedly have done aren't even, let's face it,
Yeah.
they're not even real and applicable to the
the rocket
actual. It's
bullshit.
like a CGI thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Anyway,
rocket nonsense.
also, to me, a genius, Vince. To me, a genius, and I wish to God that this is true. I wish to
Yeah.
God that these people did it like this in the history books, like Mozart or Beethoven or Chopin or something. Like those people who can write songs and hear it, and can write compositions and hear them in their minds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That is astonishing, and I truly wish that that's a true thing, and people did that in the 1800s, and they were way too other. They could see the future and stuff like that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that might be true. That might not be true. I have no idea anymore. I'm doubting history. Do you know that, right?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, maybe some of it is true, but I don't know what they had back in the days for technologies. God knows. I have a hard time believing Mozart or whatever. Let's say it's a long ass composition of Mozart, and you have that in your head. Okay, repeat that. Like, who's writing that down? Because one of them was blind, I believe, after a while, right? I don't know, something like that.
Oh, Beethoven was deaf after a while.
Deaf,
but
even better.
Yeah, but it was in his 40s, something like that. So
Yeah,
it was at the end of his career. But
Okay.
still, I mean, that would be. I mean, hey Vince, do you believe that if someone was very musically good, so let's say you, for example, God forbid you become deaf in your 50s, and you want to play the piano, does your mind become creating the notes in your head while you're playing instantly, like simultaneously? Can your mind do that? I think it can. Can you close your eyes and imagine the note you're hitting for playing so long? Can you do that?
I can estimate some stuff, yes, but when I'm gonna switch to a different key switch of how do you say? There is 12 notes in each, and then it repeats itself. Those 12 notes, they exist in a in a pitch above it as well. Like it's
Yes.
just, and they are just they're just intertwining each other. If I'm gonna stick on one 12 note, maybe I can estimate how that gonna sound if I'm deaf. But it's gonna be hard if I'm gonna shift to a different tuning of those 12 notes. That's gonna be hard. But
Yeah.
if he knew notes, for example, maybe the writing
Yeah, that's
stuff.
my thing. Like it's the writing stuff is what gets me. Yeah.
If he
If
knows
you
that,
know stuff
maybe
with writing, yeah. Here's the
maybe
thing, Vince. If you know what a sound would make by just seeing a sheet of paper, that would fix a lot of stuff. If you know the note that you wrote, what that note sounds like in your head, I think that's a logical thing.
yeah,
So,
yeah, maybe that was what happened. I don't know. How did we
we
end
turned
up
into
here?
this.
How did we? I don't even know. Oh, okay. We talked about him being
This
a
is gonna become like a thing with you, man. And
yeah.
like we talk, like, how did we not end up here?
branch off. But I think it was because we talked about him being a genius, and yet we never seen him do anything, any of genius things. Yes, listen, you can sound smart. Let's say you're my genius, right? You're one of my genius that is doing Neuralink, okay? And I'm not. I'm like a manager type of a guy, you know. I don't even know how you do Neuralink. But I'm around you, and you say, yeah, you do this, you do that, you connect this to that, and eventually I start to kind of understand what you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
not understand what you're doing, but I can talk about it, so I sound smart. That is what he's doing. He's like the hydrosonic is. We're working on hydrosonic super speed rockets. Yes. And it's complex, but it needs to be this and that now. Because he heard you speak about it with your other guys, like that is what it sounds like. It sounds like he's the spokesman. He's not the genius. He sounds like the spokesman of the people that
So
is
you're
actually.
saying there's a genius in his company or something?
I don't know. It might be plain Satan working.
Oh wow!
On Neuralink. Here you go. Take it, Elon. I don't know. I don't buy that he is the genius. He's the spokesman. I can buy that. Until I see him do any of the things he's doing. Until I see that. It's like if I never saw Freddie Mercury play the piano or sing, and I'm just going to buy that is his voice. If I never heard him sing. Like, yeah, this is his voice, but I've never heard him ever sing it. How do I know it's you? Might not be you. Let me see.
Hey man,
put on a
that
live.
might be an artist out there that has that thing. Like maybe there's a lot of artists nowadays that you think that they're singing live, but someone else backstage is
singing for them.
In the studio, singing for them, and they're just the face.
Yeah. Or even an AI singing.
Far-fetched. That's not far-fetched.
Nothing is far-fetched anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I think Elon's Neuralink broke anything that is far-fetched for me. Now there is nothing far-fetched. By the way, you saw that Apple Vision Pro thing.
Oh yeah. That's
crazy, huh?
Trippy. Yeah.
And lazy, right? Becoming lazy. I want my
super lazy.
I want my whole living room and more, because you can pull up a 45-inch screen over there, a 50-inch screen over there, and another thing over there. Like you can pull up like 10 different movies and watch them at the same time. One movie over there. Yeah, one movie over there, one movie over there, one movie over there. And you jerk off to a porno over there. And you're maybe not outside, but and there is a 3D function as well, so it looks extra real. Like, ooh, you're gonna start to see weirdos.
So we're
outside.
gonna fuck people up more than they're already fucked. Nice.
So, yeah, this is what it will happen. Everybody will be on Apple Vision Pros, and we will get more disconnected than ever before, and reality will become more boring than ever before, since everybody's hooked to these fucking Apple Vision Pros now, and you're just a loner. You're standing there like a regular caveman. And everybody's on their screen thing, Apple Vision Pro.
Wow.
You're just bored. You have nobody to speak to because they're not speaking to you because you're a caveman. And yeah. And then eventually a Robocop comes and throws you in some cave somewhere. You're not supposed to be here.
It's the beginning of the end, man.
It is.
It's the
And
beginning, yeah.
people will buy it. The people will buy this. It will end up
Yeah.
being majority of people will have Apple Vision Pro headsets on, and I realized this. When I do this reaction videos to music or pitch correction detection videos on fake vocals with autotune, that people don't care about if it is pitch corrected or not. That says a lot to me. It says something has happened to people where they don't value things being real anymore. They they have sold themselves to pleasure of fakeness. So it doesn't matter if it's real or not. They're just after a certain pleasure. And if that pleasure comes from fakeness, may so be it in their mind. I don't care. As long as I get the result I'm looking for. I don't care if they're singing for real or not. Sounds good to me. Why I'm saying that is,
Wow.
I'm comparing that to reality versus the Apple Vision Pro reality. They will not care for regular reality anymore because they will instead prefer the pleasure of the fake world over the real world. What I mean is, I think people are giving up on real and reality. They're being taken over, mesmerized by the fake. The fake. And I'm not saying, listen, it is magical what they're doing. Like, that shit is fucking good. It's like you're getting
Demonically magical, yeah.
demonically good, right? You're getting a cinema wherever you go. And other stuff. You can chat, you can do this, you can play games, you can do that, listen to music, whatever, and do all of these things while you're on the go or whatever, or you sit down waiting for the bus. It is, a very satisfying, I guess, thing rather than to
I
sit
saw that.
there.
Yeah, I saw that Steve Will Do It guy.
Yeah.
He was on the treadmill and he was walking on the treadmill and he was like, I'm on my Apple Vision now and I have a table of blackjack on this side. He was playing online blackjack, and he was watching a movie on the other side, the Elvis movie, and he was running, and he said, "Oh, I can still see the treadmill and all that, so I'm not in danger or anything like that." But that doesn't make sense to me. Like, how can you focus on playing blackjack and watch a movie playing, but your vision can see what's going on, so you're not in danger of something happening because he was on the treadmill, running.
Yeah,
How
but
the fuck is that?
there is a camera that is recording reality as well.
Oh, two. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you see reality, but there is a knob that you can turn that fades away the camera of reality. So it just becomes a dark room. Or you can
all the losers are gonna do that one.
yeah, you can put up a background of Pamela Anderson I don't even know why I'm saying Pamela Anderson. That's,
She was hot. Yeah,
that's ancient
makes sense.
stuff. But I don't know any new girls. Like I don't know what their names is. But yeah. So you can put up that. So yeah, what he's running on the treadmill, he's actually seeing the treadmill. Not exactly like reality. There will be some perspective thing that is a little bit off because it's a camera and not your eyes, but still good enough for you to be able to run apparently. And then you're running and they're like, put 50 on that one, and hey, what is it on the sports? Basically, you know what this is doing? It is feeding your ego. You know why?
Oh yeah.
You are becoming sort of like a god in there. Like, you're in different places. You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Also, life doesn't make you happy anymore. Life doesn't satisfy you anymore.
Life is
dangerous because-
boring for them.
Yeah.
But you know what? Give me a spliff of weed or something and intelligent people, and that's all I need. That's all I need. You know how much fun you can have in reality if you're around intelligent people, not dumb motherfuckers. Dumb motherfuckers will make me want to hop into Apple Vision Pro. Like fuck this.
Dude,
Let me jump into Apple.
One of the most favorite people. Okay, what the fuck? I don't speak English anymore. One of my most. What the fuck is the phrase, Vince?
What are my most favorite people or type of people? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, something like that. Nate Diaz. Have you ever seen Nate Diaz sparring?
Nate
He's smoking.
Diaz.
Nate, Nate. He smokes weed while boxing at the same
I
time.
think
He's like puffing. He's like, yeah, man, come on, man, yeah, punch me, man, and he's puffing instantly.
That looks funny.
Fucking,
yeah.
That's beautiful. That's a vibe right there. Like he's smoking weed and sparring and talking shit to the other guy.
I wonder if Nate Diaz will be ending up in Apple Vision Pro world or not.
Hey, maybe. I don't think so. He doesn't even like. I watched a video where Sneeko was streaming and he wanted to do jujitsu with him, and he was like, "Nah, cut that shit off, man. I don't do social media streaming bullshit. Cut that shit out.
Cut it out.
Nah, we ain't doing that, man. Nah."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good impression. Hold on.
What is that? The Beirut explosion?
Yeah, that is in Lebanon.
Oh wait, hold on. Is that really? Oh, I was just.
I mean, it says that.
Trying to.
It says the I country strikes targets in southern Lebanon. The I country.
Oh no. I was thinking of the
Satan.
like the explosion that happened 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
You know that
Maybe.
one?
No.
The
the
ball of
explosion.
fire one, the ammonium nitrate one, yeah.
It became like woo, like a bubbly thing. But hey, do we know that is real though? It might be real, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, hold on now.
I don't know.
Like an explosion actually happened?
Or didn't happen. How do we know?
Okay. Are you saying the explosion never happened, or
maybe? Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Oh well, because there are so many great AI things that can do this. I'm not kidding, man. Even this, it looks real. How do I know though? I don't know. But regarding gambling, have you seen this?
Are you sure you want to make this bet with your life savings? Yeah, I'm certain.
He's betting his life savings on one roulette game.
I want you to know we would never knowingly condone or accept someone taking a wager of their entire life savings. But we know that this is a culmination of a grand adventure for you, and hopefully the start of many more interesting adventures. Thanks. To that extent, once you're ready, just give me a head nod and we'll start it. Great.
Oh, I love that song.
But what do you think about that? He bet his whole savings and he won, right? How do we know that that's not rigged in general? Roulette.
True.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what if there are magnets, like the ball and the metal things, and they can somehow, oh, you bet it on red. Okay, let me turn off the ones that makes it on red, put on the ones that makes it on black, and
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
who knows, right? Because this video, you know, it's great. He won. He bet all of his life savings. But if you, I might be looking too much into this, but if you look deeper, what this really is a commercial for gambling. You know? Oh, he did it! He won! Yes! Like, even if it wasn't rigged in that way that I said with the magnets, this whole shooting of it might have still been like a promotion for gambling. Like, hey, let's have him win and let's film
Yeah,
it.
dude. Whenever you see a lady going crazy on slot machines or something, and she won, or it's like they took 70 million out of you, and they just gave one
right?
lucky lady 4 or 5, and she's
Yeah.
the okay. Instead of paying for publicity, which is expensive,
This
in
is way
TV
better.
or something, that's the best publicity anybody can have.
Yeah.
That's her saying, I played in that casino and it paid well, and the
Yeah.
staff was so good to me, and they gave me a private jet with all the money that I had, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Because they do that. They do that if you win in America. If you win big, they give you a private jet to take you to Sweden, for example. Like, they do that shit, Vince. If you play blackjack and you win big, and you're so scared for your money, you can request a private jet to take you on their cost, like to take you to your home, to Sweden, to the airport, so your money is safe, and just you and Feline and the private jet, and you don't wanna ride with people. Yeah, they do that.
Didn't know.
Like,
That's
dude,
just
with the services, they're just immaculate Americans. Yeah.
yeah. Also, have you heard that maybe basketball and NFL is also rigged in the way with the magnets? Like,
UFC is rigged. Boxing is rigged. Yeah, it's all rigged, man.
I saw a video regarding the NFL being rigged. And, you know, they're like, yeah, they got this, you know, these two big poles. And when they kick the ball, they can just make it so that the ball just goes past the two poles of NFL. You know what I mean? Like, why do they need to have two metal poles? I mean, maybe we're looking in too much into this, but maybe not. You know what I mean? Maybe not.
That's a very that's cool. That's a cool thought. Yeah, I've never thought about it that way. Wow.
Yeah, magnetic
yeah.
ball and the poles, and they're like, yeah, the
Looks like a
Raiders.
fucking staff, like a demonic staff. You think
Oh,
about
that too.
Yeah.
But the Raiders not gonna win this time. And the same with the basketball into the metal hoop. Oh, it hits them all the time. It's like, yes, no, yes.
Hey, careful, man. You can get killed if you look too much into this, because I never heard anybody talk about it like this with magnetic shit. And yeah.
But
hey, listen,
they might not even know it themselves. You know, the players, they're like, oh shit, fuck, I'm so good hitting it. I'm hitting
but
it.
it doesn't make sense with fighting, though, right?
No, but with this, it makes sense. Because I don't know who it was.
Another thing makes sense with fighting. Steroids.
Steroids, yes.
Yeah, all of them take steroids.
But that would be a way to fix a fight in a way. Like, pump him. No, you saw that for him.
I've never thought about the dangers of a clean guy natural guy fighting a roided up guy until
It
I
is
heard
dangerous.
like Mike Tyson says like it's okay for you to take steroids um, unless you're trying to affect physical damage on another person. Then it's
Mm.
not okay. If you
Yeah,
do it for cycling or football or something, that's okay. I don't care. But if you do
yeah,
it to fighting another dude, that's what did he say? That's attempted murder,
yeah,
literally.
because you become stronger and your stamina is probably way better as well. While
And you
the
can't feel
guy,
the hits anymore.
that's even worse. While the other guy, while the other guy that is natural, he start to be tired and shit. While you're like,
Have you
and
seen
he's
the
like,
Nate Diaz clip when he was with McGregor? And he's like, they're all on
ah,
roids. They're all of them on roids.
yeah. Who knows, man?
And
Right?
McGregor was like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" No, but that accent.
Yeah, I don't know about
I've
that,
never seen McGregor
McGregor.
be like that. He was like a startled or something.
Scared. Look at this
Yeah.
from Ted. From Ted. Look at this video.
Shit, guys.
Whoa.
Like it kind of looks like you know
The
a
Antichrist.
that too, but I want to try to like see what could this be. Is this like
That's the description.
one guy that gets like a big shadow up into the sky? But no, that doesn't make any sense because this is huge, and why would that even happen? So it's like, what
Whoa.
if
What is
that
that?
is
What is
real
that
though?
taking? If that's real, that's spooky
That's
because
it's in America. Listen, it's an American guy.
Oh, holy fucking shit, guys. Oh. Oh. Holy fucking shit, guys.
wow. Wow. I
But
hope that's not true because if that's true, then we're at the end times.
Is rock?
yeah, we are though. Let's face it, we are. I think. Listen, I think the 1900s. Listen, when the 1900s ended with the year 2000, I literally think there is on this flat Earth. You know the astrology clock thing when it goes into Aquarius or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We went from Pisces to Aquarius. I literally think that something like that actually did happen because after the 90s, like you were too young to feel that, but I felt after the 90s there was a weird shift.
Switch up, yeah.
Yeah, reality didn't feel exactly like it did before. I don't know how to explain it. It just didn't, and it became more and more that way the more into the 2000 it went. Even to the point where I thought the sun in the 90s was more yellow, and now it became more white. You know what I mean? The
I know what you
sun,
mean, but don't mention that too much because those climate change people love. They'll
yeah,
be
they're
like,
like,
"Oh,
yeah,
it's the climate, man.
that's
It's
because the
changing, man."
climate. Yeah, it is changing, but not because of that shit. It's changing because of something else. But hey, listen, look at this. This is a rocket that hits the firmament.
It hits the dome, bounces off of it. Watch.
Put it on. What happened to the image?
What's happening?
Hold on. Hold on. I got five. I don't know why my image disappeared. Uh-huh. Hold on. Why is this? The fuck? Hold on. Technical problems. Hold on. What the fuck? Aha. Hold on. 1 second. Did it just go out of? What the fuck, man? Can I just grab this? The fuck are we doing, man? Okay, let me just show you to it this way. Oh, what the fuck, man? Let me show it to you this. Yeah. And you will be on the screen, not me. Like that. Okay, look at this now. He's launching this fucking... here.
Looks pretty flat to me there, bro. This rocket, it hits the dome, bounces off of it. Watch. Here's your proof.
Did I put it on 1.5 speed? Yeah. Because you actually need to see the whole sequence to, believe it. I'm putting a 1.5 speed. I got 5 on it.
The viewers are like, why is this guy singing again? They're looking at me, not seeing my mouth like speak.
You're miming, man.
It's my alter ego. His name is
Yeah.
Vince.
Yeah. Soon it will hit the firmament. And this is not the first time we've seen this happen. We've seen this happen in another video that also crashed into the firmament. You know? Oh, finally, I got it back on. Yeah, what do you say about that before we go to the next video?
Oh, is that like NASA's rocket or?
I don't know whose rocket it is, but there's somebody's rocket going, and then flipping, hitting something and crashing.
Oh, I mean, the Globies would say that the GoPro just crashed and the rocket just skimmed through.
Yeah, they always have a nice excuse for everything, you know?
Hey.
For everything, we're talking everything you can ever think of. But regarding seeing some reptilian guy, look at this.
The lizard thing?
Yeah. Let me know
Okay,
what do you think? No, this is a woman telling you about it. You ain't gonna see shit. But
oh, it's a woman telling me? Okay.
Yeah, but let's see if it is believable. Okay.
How it's non-human. In this video, this lady speaks about how it's non-human entities walking among us in an encounter she recently had at the grocery store. Make sure you watch until the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Listen up, y'all. There are beings that is walking this earth and they are not human. I just came from Kroger's. I just got off of work. I went to go pick up a few items, y'all. I go to the bread aisle. Now, the bread aisle is super long. I'm at one end of the bread aisle. There's a guy that's about 3/4 of the way down in the bread aisle. He got a cart. I got a cart. He's looking at me. And you know how you can see out your peripheral that somebody's staring at you. He ain't just looking, but he's staring at me. I kind of look his way. He's still staring. I go ahead and I get my bread. I go back around the other way because I'm going to the international aisle to get some pasta and some other stuff. While I'm in the international aisle at one end, this guy comes around and he's at the top of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that I need to get out of that aisle.
I must say,
so the first part of the aisle, I grab what
she looks funny. I thought that was probably what you were laughing at in the beginning, right? She kind of looks funny, but that's not.
No, it's not that.
What?
Because she mentions that the bread aisle is really long.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking with the glasses and the hair and everything. But
that's funny too, yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm looking at is this person authentic or not? That's what I'm looking at. Okay.
Yeah.
Of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that I need to get out of that aisle. So the first part of the aisle, I grab what I need to grab and I go about midways down. He's at the other end. So he's staring at me still. So I kind of look at him and I go like, how do you give somebody that type look? He's still staring. So I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I can't really find it because he's throwing me off because he keeps staring. Mind you, this man don't have nothing in his cart. He's not even turned to look at any food. He's looking directly at me. By this time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not on it. I'm about to just stare you down. So I turn to look at him. Y'all, when I tell you, this man stared at me and his eyes turned black. Everything in his whole eyeball, not just the pupil, but the white part, turned completely black. He looked, it said black, and then he walked away. When I tell you I left that car sitting in that aisle, I didn't even buy nothing from Kroger's. I left out and I came home. There is stuff, there is beings that is walking in this earth and they at the store, they at whatever, they look like us and everything else, but they are not human. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, so
maybe it's a prank.
Maybe it's a prank.
Let's see, she's legit, and I believe that she believed what she saw. Maybe it's one of those YouTube pranks where it's like a prank. Because I'll tell you why. The premises of the story seems like a prank. A guy with the cart not being full, just staring you down and staring you down. And
that's a good point.
And they choose like a black lady because the reaction is going to be cool instead of a white lady.
That's a good point.
That's way too political, but it's true. You know.
But how would you fake that though, with the eyes becoming black? That's the thing. But maybe who knows what they have technology. I don't know what technologies they have to do that. But that's absolutely a possibility. But I think we both agree though, regardless if somebody pranked her or not, that she was coming across authentic. Now, regardless.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Because that did not look like she was faking whatever she saw. Or whatever she
Why not
thought.
confront it though?
Yeah.
Not confront it. That sounds too aggressive. Why not just go up and really figure out what you actually saw? Maybe you're mistaken. Or just talk to the person. Why are you staring at me, sir? You know. And
or I would say, hey, dude, do you have black eyes?
Beautiful, yeah.
Let me see your eyes.
What's wrong with your eyes, man? Do you have like an infection or something?
Yeah, that would what I would be doing. I wouldn't be running away. But it's a lady, this and that. But I would be like, hey, what's wrong with your eyes? Have you checked them? Like, hey, and then bring other people too as well to look at your eyes.
Maybe
Like,
it's one of those people who have those tattoos in their eyes. Have you seen them? They tattoo
Yeah.
the white of their eyes and it's all black.
But she
And they
said
do
that
look like.
it went from white to black, like a switch, flickered.
Perhaps.
Hey, what if
Interesting.
there are lenses for the whole like eye that you can put in that can kind of do something like that? I don't know.
Hey, that's
Possible? Perhaps.
very possible. Yeah. I don't question these things, yeah.
Anymore, right? Anymore. Anything is
Yeah.
possible.
Listen, man. Also, first of all, I like to say that there is a level to conspiracy that is too much. I'm gonna be
Too much.
honest.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, before it's a conspiracy, you have to dissect it and be logical about it. That's why the first thing I said is this a prank?
Yeah.
Because if you just assume that it's like a lizard thingy, that's not cool. But we don't know. We do not want to be those people in the movie that don't believe the house has
Either.
demons in it as well, of
Yeah.
course. But we want to be those people in the house who are like, okay, hold on, what are you scared of? Let me get in the house. I want to see some stuff. I want to confront these things. Don't just
Yeah.
say, "Oh, I heard something in the house, so I left." And
Yeah.
this was 20 years ago, and I still tell this story to my grandkids that I saw a ghost. No, you didn't. You didn't
Yeah, you
go in
want
the
to make
house and
sure.
check.
You want to make sure it is what you
Wanna
think
make
it is.
sure.
But
Yes.
I agree. And you know what I think it is? Some people that are into conspiracies so much, they want things to be that way. Therefore, they ignore to question it in a way that would potentially shoot that conspiracy down. You know what I mean? Like if you believe in aliens or you want to believe in aliens, you will just take her testimony for it as a confirmation that there is aliens. And maybe there is. But there are people who just want things
Believe
to be
anything.
that way. Yeah, so therefore they will just ask, they will not ask those questions that will conflict with it. But anyways, yeah, now we're gonna end this one because we're gonna go into the music stream on the Vince Ross.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm predicting chaos and
Yeah.
Ross not being able to shut up for a few seconds. But yeah, man, it's gonna be beautiful. You know. Listen, man, looking forward to seeing Metal, that pussy.
Metalhead.
Yeah, I've seen him in the comments.
Metalhead. Yeah.
Listen, man, I was so disappointed by that guy. I had big what's
Hopes
the
for
word?
him.
Yeah,
Hopes.
big
Yeah.
hopes. Because he seemed like, Putin, KGB. I know we joke around about that stuff, but he seemed that sturdy and that calm when he spoke. Yeah, saying as it is, I prefer women who wear burqas and shit. Yeah, sure. But when we talk about certain stuff, he's like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. Who says that? Who says that?
Yeah.
He's acting like he's in front of CNN or something. Who says, hey, who says in 2024 in a stream on Rumble that, oh, I don't want to talk about that. That's, yeah, I
The
don't
eye
want to talk
country.
about it, man. That's,
Yeah, but he's so paranoid, that guy. So he thinks that as long as it's in the internet, he is in danger. That's what he thinks. You know?
in
But
danger.
yeah, in danger.
Sounds like a robot. You cannot see his face. Who's gonna do the
We-
pattern recognition
we-
on his voice?
Yeah, if anybody
Who's the genius who's gonna figure him out? We
if
don't know who
any-
that guy is.
If anything, it should be we who are in danger.
I don't think he's even real, man. Sometimes I think he's AI or something. He doesn't speak like a human being.
Yeah.
He speaks like Drago if Drago was.
But you
Yeah.
know what he does when he's in the chat, Metalhead? He's like upsets somebody in the stream and he locks them into his attention. Like, because now he will get you to pay attention to him, and fight with him. He's locking you into his world with his what he says about some stuff that makes you upset, and then you're locked into him. That's his way to take your attention. You know, he's sucking your attention that way. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So we'll do this on Thursday, and if you find some weird stuff,
Also,
yeah.
yeah. Also, contact Nico if you can.
Oh yeah,
Let's.
Nico.
I want to be more aggressive with the religion stuff, and you can be neutral with it.
Yeah.
And neutral, not Elon Musk neutral, but Persian you neutral. But,
Yeah.
yeah. You can chime in.
I'm
what
pretty
you agree with.
neutral, even though I'm not. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'll hit him
I want
up.
to get him more aggressive, not to piss him off or anything like that. No.
No.
Just to genuinely ask questions that may seem aggressive, not really.
Yeah.
To liberal people, they may seem aggressive. Yeah, that's what I mean.
To snowflakes. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
All
Yeah,
right. I'll do that. You too, man. See you on Thursday.
Peace.
Peace.